In the last video, discussed the difference between activities and impact. While the mission articulates the overall intended social impact or social change that a nonprofit creates, the activities are the specific steps a nonprofit will take to create that change or impact. Strategy is how those specific nonprofit services, programs, and products, its activities, achieve its impact. Strategy as a concept systematically, we will break the creation and implementation of a strategy into two parts. Number one, external influences, and number two, organizational capacity. So number one, external influences. External influences involve the myriad stakeholders affecting a nonprofit's work from the outside, as well as the context, the overall context in which the nonprofit operates. Organizational capacity is another way of saying, what is the organization capable of achieving? In some, it is the programming a nonprofit provides, its staff and leadership, its organizational structure, and its finances, which we will discuss in the next video because it is a very complex topic worthy of additional time and attention. These are complex elements to assess for even a seasoned philanthropist. That being said, it's still critically important that all of us assess these elements, ideally with every gift we make. So let's begin to break them down right now. Externally, you want to understand your beneficiaries, the individuals that you hope to help, as well as the context in which your nonprofit operates. That is, the network of stakeholders that impact your organization for better or for worse. And there's always both. So to start, seek to understand the human element. Everything we do in philanthropy is ultimately for the benefit of humankind, whether we fund education, health, and human services, or the environment. Learn whom your nonprofit specifically aims to help. Consider where they are located. Different ages, religions, sociological or cultural contexts may impact the type of services a nonprofit offers. Within the population you aspire to help, what are these people's greatest needs? And how does your nonprofit assess those needs? If a nonprofit has not grappled with these exact questions, they may be designing solutions for the wrong problems, or creating services that are not actually needed by or the most high impact for the people they intend to help. Also consider the broader context. What is your nonprofit's relationship with the rest of its field? What are other nonprofits who are providing similar services, and how do they differ? This can be researched independently using some of the resources outlined in last week's videos, but can also be verified by the nonprofits themselves. While nonprofits in a certain space may seek similar positive social outcomes, the nonprofit sector is still very much a market, with nonprofits competing for professional talent, for dollars, for volunteers, for government funding or contracts, and so many more things. If a nonprofit is unable to identify other organizations in their space or claims that there simply are none, that might indicate that they are not thinking about their core mission broadly or narrowly enough, or being exactly honest about how their services and products may or may not differ in quality, in price, and ultimately its impact or desirability by the individuals it hopes to help. Where there is overlap in nonprofit mission, there is always an opportunity to further differentiate or partner across organizations. A nonprofit should be able to identify its competitors and collaborators and use that information to create greater social good. I have seen time and time again nonprofits discussing how their services are better than others in their particular space. That ultimately serves no one. What serves humanity is knowledge sharing, is partnership, and is transparency, so that we can all do our work better to meet specific types of needs. Now, with the mission in mind, use your context and target population research to uncover obstacles that might limit an organization's impact. Is there a clear strategy for working through some of the challenges that the nonprofit will inevitably encounter? What are those challenges? What activities will this strategy entail? If a nonprofit can demonstrate that they have thought deeply about all of the facets surrounding their work, the context in which they operate, the specific needs of the people they work to serve, and potential challenges that might present themselves, they will be able to more possibly execute on their mission and do so in a more effective and efficient manner.